Yeah, you know what it is, Uncle Biz in the spot. I'm rocking out with my family, man. You hear me? DJ Shuttle, Direct Deposit. You know what it is, man. Uncle Biz, you heard? Long Island, Strong Island, we here. Uncle Biz.
Alright, man, so we back, man. Episode 2, Direct Deposit Podcast. Brought to you by my good self, DJ Shuttle Team Incredible, In the Loop Films, and Central Station. Big rest in peace to my brother Craig Herring, the big bro, the big homie. Appreciate the inspiration.
He's a good dude, man.
Great dude, right?
Yeah, he really good dude, man.
The reason why we actually decided to even bring this type of platform back is that me working with Craig for so long, we always had an outlet for artists, entertainers, DJs, whatever, that maybe didn't have interviews. Maybe this was the first spot that they got an interview ever before they did others, you know what I mean?
Real.
And we kind of felt like, since he's passed, there's been a void. And DC said, yo, Shuttle, we've been talking. Everybody's like, yo, you the guy to do it.
So let's do it.
So, I figured, if I got his support, I know the two of us together can make it explosive. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. I mean, shit, the history is crazy. I remember the first time I met DC, it was like, niggas been in the game for so long and just killing it, and bringing a wave right home to, LI, right out here, right, Strong Island, Exit 21.
Yo, the crazy thing is, like, the first, I met DC in the early 90s. The first show that we ever put together, we worked on together, was a show at the Hempstead Movie Theater in 1996.
Jesus.
Believe that shit.
Showing your age right now.
But what's good to me about that is that until now, when I talk to people, they know, like, I ain't new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
like,
not new.
I got years of experience and history. But today, though, it's about Biz, a.k.a. the Wash God, a.k.a. ITSBIZKIT, a.k.a. the number one, the biggest blogger, a.k.a. the hottest rapper in Long Island right now.
Yeah.
Taking over everything with the brand new record. And we're going to build up to the record, but I want to start kind of like in the beginning, like let the people know like where you from.
Well, I'm from I went to Copeg High School. All the people in Long Island know Copeg, Emeryville, Lindenhurst. It's like, you could walk on the next block. If you're in Copeg, you could be in Emeryville.
Right.
And then you could, go to the next block and be in Lindenhurst. So
borderline.
Yeah, basically. So I went to Copeg High School. So I'm from Suffolk County. Always rep Amityville. Usually when people ask me where I'm from and I'll tell them Long Island and they say, where at in Long Island, I usually say Amityville because if I say Copeg, they like...
Yeah. I don't even really know where Copeg is.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Copeg is like, that's exactly. That's why I just...
Respect the Copeg, though. I don't want no problems out there.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just been everywhere, and I always keep like the main thing that's important, when I go other places is to let people feel me and where I'm from and everything like that, and usually to keep it, to be honest, anytime I ever tell people where I'm from, they, especially back in the day, they always like, I thought you was from Queens, you remind me like a Queens nigga or this and that, whatever, but I would tell people it's all the same shit, bro, like, we all get inspired from the same shit, you know what I mean? We all been inspired from Run DMC to 50 Cent to LL Cool J to Nas. Just when you think about Queens alone, it's just Noriega, CNN, Tribe Called Quest.
I mean, it's too much legendary stuff.
Yeah, it's just, come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I just try to like, even like the, we gonna get to the song, but Long Island in the building, man. Like.
Hey,
and I said that, and I really, the crazy part is like when I said it, I meant it. You know what I mean? And I said it.
I felt it.
And I said it because it's like we are in the building, and it's not even like people try to count us out. It's just people, from other places. They just don't know what it's hitting for. Because usually when out of towners come to the city, come to New York, they never come to Long Island, and if they do, they go all the way to the Hamptons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not their fault for not knowing. You know what I mean? It's just like...
We kind of got an obligation to make sure that they know.
Yeah, just like Bone Thugs and Harmony. They came from Cleveland. We never heard about Cleveland till Cleveland, they said it in their record. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So, yeah, damn near every song that I've been recording, I'm saying New York, Strong Island. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's
Bringing that
interesting.
light to
It's
it,
interesting you say that though. It's a key thing that you said right there because I've heard different people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to mention the names that they've used,
Mm-hmm.
but they've chosen to not use the great long legacy that we have with
Mm-hmm.
Strong Island, and they've decided other names were better.
Yeah.
And to hear you come out on a record that I thought was fire, and to say Strong Island, and to be what I want to say is part of the new and the current generation artists, I felt very good to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's like, you know, you gotta always look at it like, you know, we're from here, so we get when people switch up names and do different things and blah blah blah. But you know, it's just like some people call Jay-Z Hov,
Right.
but at the end of the day, people all over the world, they really know Jay-Z. So when they searching online for Jay-Z, they're not really gonna type in Hov, but we know Hov, Jigga, different names like that. But you know, so and most of the time, even like just saying Strong Island, I've really been saying Long Island more than Strong Island, because when people look up that Long Island, it's like I want them to really tap in and see what's going on. I'm shedding the light so everybody here could prosper. It's bigger than me, you know what I mean? It's, you know, Long Island in the building. Like if you from Long Island, when Uncle Biz in the spot come on and that part come on, you should throw your L's up and go
lose it.
You know what I mean? Like and you know that's what's happening.
And I've been seeing it,
Mm-hmm.
and they losing it. They're losing it.
That's what's happening. And again, I was listening to the radio probably for a whole week straight. You know, people don't really listen to the radio as much now unless they in the car and whatever. But I was listening to the radio, listening to Flex every night. And and Flex, he take it there. He go to Harlem, play Dipset. He go to Yonkers, he play D Block. He go to Queens, he play the Unit, and he be bringing it back. And I'm just like, damn, we ain't got nothing. Not that we never had nothing, because we got Rakim, we got Legends, we got
that Long Island set gets skipped though when they do different.
Right,
when they
exactly.
do different parts of the city.
That's how I was feeling. So I'm like, yo, and since we just talking about it, like, you know, my whole character, Uncle Biz, that's like stuck in the 2000s, I always knew if I did a record as Uncle Biz, it was gonna, you know, all Uncle Biz videos go viral, as it is anyway. I go on a treadmill with the Pele on. It's on World Star instant, you know what I mean? Like, I pour the Hypnotic in the Henny and make Incredible Hawk.
Saw that.
Hypnotic, you know what I mean? They cut the check ASAP, like, yo, we see what you're doing, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Nick Storm. He was like, yo, keep doing what you're doing with the Hypnotic. I'm gonna get you a check. So, you know, long story short, it's like Uncle Biz was getting deals before the music, and I was gonna do a record. I still might do it, but I don't know now, because now it's like everything is just fire, so I kind of don't want to do the parody route with it. Yeah. But I was gonna do a record called Fuck Skinny Jeans. Right. And like, basically kind of like clown and make fun of like all the niggas that wear.
It might be kind of late for that one now.
Those like, you know what I'm saying?
Extra tight?
Yeah, like the...
mediums.
Like kind of like that, you know. Yeah, like just, you know, where it's like, I get it, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, it look like them, you know, those joints right there, you know.
Oh, like some women's
those
pants.
Leggings, yeah. It's just a little too...
I mean,
extra tight.
Listen,
you
can be fitted, but don't be extra fitted.
Yeah, that's but we're bringing it back, man. Uncle Biz in the spot tonight.
Believe it.
You know what I mean? And, you know, not even just Long Island, man. People all over the world. I was on live the other day. This dude in Africa tapped in, and he was singing a hook and shit like that. Just, you know, it just makes me feel good, because I know at the end of the day, all it's doing is shedding light to something that we need. New York need, period, but Long Island needs, to the point where it's like, man, it's like a lifeline. You know what I mean? It's because, again, there's so many people, there's so many talented rappers, producers, all types of different talents out here, and again, the main thing, and I tell a lot of people that from Long Island, the main thing is you got to spread your wings and fly. You can't just sit on any blocks out here and keep screaming Long Island, or like you said, they changed the name around to like make it something different. You gotta, like, when I go to Atlanta, when I go to Florida, when I go to Miami, I be having a Long Island. I bring it, I wear it, I wear the New York hats. You know what I'm saying? I bring it there, and that's how people see it. You know what I mean? How is anybody gonna see what we doing here if we just looking at each other? We got a show. That's why I did the Long Island versus everybody cipher. You know what I'm saying? I could do any cipher. I could put 100 rappers in a room together and they will rap forever. You know what I'm saying? But I did Long Island versus everybody to bring that light to Long Island. You know what I mean? That's where I'm from.
And it was a dope cipher too.
It went so crazy that even young, Lil Wayne, he saw the cipher and did a Young Money cipher off of the Long Island versus everybody cipher. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact.
Let me take a step back. Let me get to like a little bit of the start of your career, and tell me about like what kicked off first. Like, did you rap first? Did you DJ first?
Well, I mean, I always was I was always involved in the culture and wanted to be a part of the culture. I mean, it's funny. I just bumped into Jerry Wonder the other night in the city. And when I saw him, I was kicking it with him and stuff, and I was saying, so crazy, because my first time I ever went to a concert, a show, was the Fugees.
Wow.
And I'm talking about, like, Ready or Not, Here I Come, so, like, as a youngin' seeing that, it was just, like, I couldn't believe that I'm looking like that's Wyclef, that's Lauryn Hill right in front of me, you know what I'm saying? So, right from there, I just kind of, like, I never wanted to miss another hip-hop show. I was mad that I didn't get to see Biggie perform, Pac perform.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anytime I ever, now, with social media, it's like you could just look and find it.
It wasn't like that back in the day. You had to be there or you missed it.
Yeah, how would you know about a show? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you had to be tapped in, so I was always just like, anybody I seen, like, yo, you go on these shows? And like, what's the next show? Boom, boom. So I was always into, like, going to see shows, and I remember when Jay-Z was at Nassau Coliseum opening up for Puff, you know what I mean, doing the Streets is Watching.
Right.
And like, when Jay-Z was performing, people were still walking in. I remember like it was yesterday, I'm standing, Jay-Z had the bulletproof vest on, white tee, I'm standing up singing every word, you know what I mean? So it's just, my love is always for this, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just wanted to be involved to the point where no matter what I had to do to be involved, I did a lot of backstage work with promoting concerts and selling tickets, and that's how I met a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of backstage work,
So what did that lead to from doing that?
That led into, a lot of relationships, back then it wasn't social media, so it was like when you saw somebody and they face to face, and they, you caught like that. Oh, where you from? I'm from out here. I'm from Long Island. Yo, I like you, shorty. Yo, you a hustler. You grinding. Yo, take my map. And it's like, you pull out the pager or the Nextel, and you really get their phone number. You know what I'm saying? And so that led into, me just putting my mixtapes together. You know what I mean?
So number one, I want to make sure I'm catching and not missing nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
So the mixtape era.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what year you dropped your first mixtape?
Had to be like 2000.
And when
it's called Bread and Gutter. I used to always title like all my mixtapes like with like biscuits and stuff like, cause that's my name. You know what I mean? That was like
So you always had the branding, vision, and concept.
Yeah,
that was always something.
Yeah, always. I'm a marketing genius, and I've always been. That's really like that's what I do.
So what exactly was it about mixtapes that made you say, I'm gonna do mixtapes? Were you actually DJing, or was it like?
No, I was just a mixtape DJ, meaning like I never, my man 4-5, he really put me on too, and my man Don P that used to distribute all the mixtapes out here.
Right.
So when I was putting my mixtapes together, just lining up songs and fading them out toward the end and burning them on CDs, my mixtapes was fire, and I would have like dope niggas on it. Like, I used to get freestyles from like Trav, from D Block Team Allers, bunch of cats like, up and coming, like my man Sky Zoo.
Right.
He jumped on, so I had like ill freestyles that you only could get from my mixtape.
Right.
So in Long Island, my mixtape started buzzing. Then I started taking them to the city and Harlem and Burkina and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Even hooking up with DC, Central Station. Like, DC will tell you like, this is documented. You know what I mean? I'm coming in DC store like, yo, these are my mixtapes. And DC's like, yo, shorty, look, leave a couple, we'll see what happens. Because at the time, at that time, it was a lot of competition. A lot of competition. You had Cutmaster C, you had K Slay, you had Clue, you had Envy, Big Mike.
Nah, it was heavy. It was heavy.
For me to get my mixtapes out there, it was like I used to follow behind them. You know what I'm saying? And I used to sell CDs too. So you know that whole mixtape era. You know what I mean? Bumping into Smack, being on 14th Street, just selling mixtapes, and you know. Same thing like that, just being out at the right time, at the right place. I remember I bumped into Nicki Minaj, Gravy, you know, the Come Up, you know, Fendi, all of that stuff. And I'm like, yo, I got mixtape. My shit's fire. I'm out here in Long Island, da-da-da. You know what I mean? I'm moving thousands of units, you know what I mean? And then fast forward, just kept dropping shit consistent. I hooked up with Tape Masters Inc. And then, you know, I went from a couple hundred units to 1,000 units to every tape we dropped, we was moving 30, 40. We was moving so many CDs that the labels was trying to kill us off because at the time, that's where people would get the music from, our mixtapes, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that. Yeah. I definitely remember that time period. So what was next after killing the mixtape game early 2000s?
You know, like, at that time, I even like, do like, Super Mario from the mixtapes and like my homie Trav and Straw from Team Lawless affiliated with D Block. I got to kick it with Styles and he did some drops for me, so he hosted a mixtape.
Nice.
And then when we put the mixtape together, hosted by Styles P. Back then, you know, you had to call people, you couldn't DM them or none of that. So I called P on a flip phone like, yo, I got the mixtapes done. I want to drop a box off in the studio, and he was like, yo, come to my crib. And I'm on the phone, like Styles P, my favorite rapper, OD,
wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the Ghost in the Shell, all of that shit. So I'm like, I just paused when he said come to the crib, because I'm like, I don't know what your crib is type shit, you know what I'm saying? And I got the phone, I called my mom, I was like, yo, Mom, Styles P, because, you know, I'm still in the basement, my mom's basement. That's all I'm playing is D Block and Styles P. So she was like, for real? She's like, oh, man. She's like, what are you going to wear? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a moment. It's a moment.
It was a big moment. So even that changed the whole game. Because once I locked in with Styles, then I started going to shows with them, Connecticut, doing that whole run. So, you know, just all that experience, man, just really turned me into the beast that I am today.
That was actually the next question I had. It's like, how much do you think all of that hustling contributes to like what your hustle and work ethic is now?
Everything.
And not only for you, but when you look at other aspiring artists, DJs, whatever it might be, like, what do you see from their work ethic or maybe lack of work ethic where there's room for improvement?
I mean, see, the thing is, it's like, I would say a lot of people sleep on the power of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people that, you know, I might not speak to every day, but, you know, they could come up on something, you know, like even like DC. I ain't speak to DC in a minute, and as soon as he's situated here, he called me up, and it's that we have a relationship.
Picks
you know
up,
what I mean?
Because
so
it was
like,
good.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's stuff like that. People be burning bridges, and, you know, kind of like, you know, a lot of people be out here shitting on people, and they feel like they don't need them. But again, you never know. Somebody might end up in a better situation down the line, and, you know, they could call you up and say, hey, I'm working at this label now. And that's like with me, like that's how I've been so successful, because I never really burn bridges. I never really hate on nobody. So
keep it cool.
So usually what happens is people come up. You know what I mean? I was with French Montana when niggas when niggas just wanted a Max B verse. They didn't want a French Montana verse. I remember I was getting him some features back in the day, and people was going back and forth with me like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get Max on something. I'm like, yo,
right.
Nah, French is da-da-da, French is da-da-da. Now it's like, good luck trying to get French on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
You know, but again, you know, shit happened. Look at Cardi B situation. You know what I mean? People were shitting on her.
You know what's crazy? I'm going through my phone, like deleting old texts, and I find a text like, yeah, we could do it for 3,500 and 2 bottles. Yo,
man,
I don't even want to delete that text. I want to show somebody that. And I was telling her, I said, yo, we need to do it, and you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, So, you know, I'm just glad to see like a person like yourself that's like so successful right now, killing the game, been killing the game, but still like understands not only the hard work, but the value of the relationships, keeping cool, not shitting on people.
Yeah, and then like
and keeping the humility, you know what I'm saying, through the course of the process, because yo, that person that you shit on today is gonna be the person that you're gonna need tomorrow.
That happened to a lot of people, cause like a lot of the intern cast that was at labels, they started shits like live mixtapes, my mixtapes that generated millions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even with the blog shit, you know, like at first the blog shit was like metrosexual type cats and like nerds.
Right.
And then next thing you know, they changed the whole game. You had to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and what got you actually into saying like, yo, this blog thing or something?
well, you know what? Like, I always was with artists, and I was always in studios, like, you know, cooking up freestyles and helping artists get their music out there. And I used other platforms like other blogs and World Star and Glad and all of these. But it was like, it got to a point where I'm like, damn, I'm over here, I'm in the studio.
Right.
I had a flip cam. I'm over here. I got the footage is my footage. Shit came from my flip cam.
Right.
And I was just so happy getting the shit out there for artists that I was fucking with at the time, Chinks or whoever, just to see their shit actually moving. Like, oh shit, World Star picked it up. I was happy. Then I was like, oh shit. Once I found out how much money they was making off of their content,
Clicks.
I was like, oh shit, I need to
get some of that.
I need to put together my own platform. And it was slow at first. Slow. I used to check it all the time, like 100 visits, 1,000 visits, whatever, you know.
Right.
I used to always check, like, let me see how many visits I get. Then I remember one time I had, I think when Kendrick Lamar did that verse and he was saying all about he was saying mad rappers' names.
Yeah,
and then I asked Raekwon, like, yo, how you feel about Kendrick saying he the king of New York? And that was like maybe one of the first
responses.
That was like one of the first times I really had something that was like from my platform, from me, to really like break the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like they were talking about High 97, everything. Then I looked, I'm like, let me see how much traffic my site got. And my site is, you know, I used to check that shit religiously. You know what I'm saying? That was my motivation. Like, oh shit, I'm getting more people on my site. And man, that shit was like a milli something. And I was like, oh shit. So then it was like, you know, when that stuff like that happens, it's like now the work begins.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
what's that feeling like? I guess, I mean, you know, you got plenty of your clicks now at, you know, 6K on a regular, but like at the beginning, like what's that feeling like when you getting those first couple of million clicks?
It's kind of like finally bagging that chick that you was chasing around for so long. It's like, I got her now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got her now. I put in that work. Took out, spent.
You got the flowers, the chocolate.
Took her to Philippe's. All that good stuff. You know what I mean? Now you finally get it. You know how it goes. You know how it goes when you.
I'm washed. I don't know nothing about that.
I feel you. I'm washed too, but you know, I'm just saying. You know, when you chasing something, and you finally get it. It's like, it's the great. That's the reason why you chasing it. Is to get it. You know what I mean?
So that's a super fact. You know what I feel like. You know myself, like we mentioned earlier, like telling my age, but like I don't feel jaded with the game. Like I still feel like I do things that make me feel super excited. You know,
and I know. See, like even the first time I ever met you, it's like the thing is like you're a genuine dude and you're not a hater, and I'm the same way. So it's like that's why I'm even like, you know, I just came from my man just got married and I hit DC and I'm like, nah, I gotta figure out how to pull up because I don't care how many views or, you know, where your podcast at today, because I know whatever you do is something that it has a value to it. You know what I mean? Like whether people are watching this right now and it'll hit 1 million views or whatever today, or maybe it'll hit it whatever. People gonna get this when they need to get it. You know what I mean? But you know, you are a dude that always show love, never hate. And you know you're about to pushing the culture forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, that's very rare, especially today. You know, and you show love to the young cats. I see it. You know what I mean? And I was a young cat, so I know how it is when older niggas are kind of like not necessarily hating, but not like embracing or it's not like, yo, I like your song, you know, like people don't do that. They just don't do that, and we so used to people not doing it. When people do it, it's like a weird thing. I was just in Dallas. I played Uncle Biz in the spot, and I've been running around New York, you know, doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm out there. I get off the stage. Everybody comes to me. They like, yo, this song is so. And I'm just looking at them like,
wow, right?
Like I get off stage anywhere that I've been performing in Long Island, anywhere. You know, a nigga might come up to me and be like, yo, Biz, that's what's up, but that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you, that's why I advise anybody that's doing anything to really move around, because that feeling right there will keep you going. You know what I mean? Because you know, at the end of the day, man, like, you know, I had a conversation with Allis, you know, from the DVDs, you know, my man Allis and
the professional
Allis
chiller.
Michaels,
Professional chiller.
And exactly. And he was just like, wow, why don't nobody, you know, he was debating, going back and forth with my peoples in the studio, social media house, and he's like, yo, why don't niggas fuck with Biz, man? Like, Biz is a cool dude. He works hard. He grinds. He does this. He does that. And I told him, I said, bro, I seen it when my man Chings died. You know what I mean? Like, niggas show love and everything when they can't do nothing with the likes or the comments or the shout outs. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's just what happens. But what I got to do is just my job. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put my all in it. I can't sit back and wait to see who's gonna support this, who's gonna support that. I went to the studio, I recorded the song, I started, you know, letting people hear it, anybody that I bumped into, and I'm like passionate about what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing, I know it's hot, and I know people gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm in the studio with Herb Gotti, brother Chris Gotti, and my man Steve LaBelle, and I'm posting those clips on the gram, and my man Tat Wizard that rocks with Flex, I sent it to him because, you know, niggas I fuck with, you know what I mean? Niggas that show me love, that ain't haters, you know, or whatever. And like, I bumped into Flex, and Flex was like, yo, send me your song. And I was like, I don't even have it. I ain't have it on my phone. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Text him the song, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have it. But I'm like, yo, I got you. I get out the, I was at Hammerstein Ballroom, I bumped into Flex. And I walked out, I called my man Abstract that produced the beat, and I said, yo.
You know what to do.
I said, yo, what are you doing? Because, like, I need you to stop what you're doing and get back in the studio or whatever. We got to get this shit mixed. Yeah, I got to get this to Flex because he's asking for it. I don't want to show up at his door next week. Like, hey, I got it ready because, nigga, and anybody that's watching this, the first rule in this industry that you need to know is that you better do whatever it is you're trying to do yesterday. Do not wait. If somebody wants your song, if they want an interview you, whatever they want, it's just like the weed man. You know what I'm saying? When you call and you want the weed man to come through, if he don't pick up, what do? You
be on Facebook.
You crying
about it.
You call the next week, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's gonna.
Somebody will fill that void.
Yeah, that's my point right there. So if you're watching this and you like, yo, damn, what do I need to do, bro? All you need to do is when anybody wants you to come to work, when it's time to go to a video shoot, photo shoot in the studio, be on time, man. Like, I'll be the first one in the studio. I've been barking on people in the studio because I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Where's my songs? We got to get this shit moving because, you know, at the end of the day, this ain't a hobby for me. This is my life. This is how I feed my family, and this is work. Yeah, it's work, and grind don't stop, man.
Word. It's Biscuit.
Yeah.
We everywhere. Couple of things. You know, one thing you said I just want to touch on about myself, about, like, embracing people, is, like, I grew up part of New School Society with Lisa New School. Dingo D actually is the guy that, you know, put my rap group together called Cracker Jacks. Helped me learn about song structure, concepts, and so I watched Lisa New School kind of like right before getting their deal, you know, and I had that tutelage, you know what I'm saying, Johnny Juice, and, you know, so I had people that have mentored me at an early age, and I know the value of that. So because I got it, I feel I gotta pay it forward. So that's why I do it. So I know sometimes people be like, oh, you know, like, why is he saying this? Does he really care? Is it bullshit? Like, I really have mentorship, people that fuck with me. So,
which is so important.
And I know the value of it. So I feel like I gotta give back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. How large is this team that's working with you?
See, and this is the beauty of social media and you know, putting out content and pardon me, you know, like even like for example, when Flex played the record, I wasn't in the car. I wasn't listening to Hot 97. You know, I was actually washed in the crib trying to take a shower to get out the crib, and my phone, I you know how it is, like when your phone is going off and you automatically think something bad.
The worst.
Like, yo,
who died?
What did I post? Like,
right.
What's going on? So I'm looking at my phone and I go on my Instagram and I had like maybe like 100 stories.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking, so I go to it and I hear the song, Uncle Biz in the spot tonight, and I'm like, what just happened? So I'm trying to catch up to, cause you know I'm just hearing it and people posting like, yo, Uncle Biz, yo, my nigga Biscuit's a rapper now, da da da, and I'm like, what just happened? So once I heard the bombs and I heard Flex say, yo, Uncle Biz, I said, oh shit, Flex played it. Mind you, I didn't even have it on Spotify, nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I say that to say this, as far as like your team and stuff like that, you can have people around you, but bro, your best team today is them people on the internet. Yeah. Those like strangers that just want to see you win.
Right.
And they might not be from your hometown, and
True.
they might just show that they go hard. Like my followers, my supporters, they go hard. If anything happens in the media, if anything, they send it to me, yo, Biz, yo, 6ix9ine this, or
they do you all the alley-oops and everything.
Yeah, I'm never. I could open my phone up right now. I know one of my followers is putting me on or something. You know what I mean?
So even if you didn't catch it first,
yeah,
somebody's feeding you because they see that
they tweeting, yo, I just heard them shout out this Biscuit on Hot 97 or Power 105. Like, my followers are very in tune, and I'm blessed with that. You know what I mean? I don't take that for granted because, you know, without them, I would be out the loop with a lot of things. But as far as team, you know, team I would say might be like the hardest part to your success, because your team is the reason why you're gonna win or lose. You know, I break it down just like a boxer. The people that's in the boxer's corner, you know, are the people that determine if the boxer is gonna win or not. Because while that boxer's in the ring throwing jabs and hooks and fighting, they might not see certain things that the corner's seeing.
Right.
So when you go back to your corner, you sitting down, yo, Shuttle, come on, you gotta swing left. You know what I mean? Throw more jabs out there.
Right.
And when, you know, then you got some people that might be in your corner that don't really care if you win the fight. They just care about, you know, the bottles and the parties and, you know, whatever. Your team is everything, bro. You know, and I always try people out, you know, to see, you know, I have people hit me up all the time. Yo, Biz, I want to work for you. I don't need no money. I just want to be, and, you know, 9 out of 10, they just want to be around, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, I'm not mad at that either, but it's like, I really gotta
be selective.
We gotta get this content out, we gotta get this edited, we gotta get this filmed, we gotta get this edited. It's work.
It's a business.
It's
a
like,
business.
we gotta keep the lights on, man, and you know, but again, team is everything, man, and it's very hard, especially in the beginning. Like now, people know that I'm moving, and they see who I'm, you know, affiliated with, and they see certain names like a Drake or whoever, you know, so they more like into what I'm doing versus like when I started. Because when I started, I used to literally walk around with my laptop. You know, I didn't have nobody running my website or helping me post stuff. It was all me. But you know, you just gotta grow. You just really gotta, man. This shit is like, I can't sit here in front like, yo, this is some shit that's just gonna fall in your lap. Of course, bro. It's enough to make you want to throw in the towel, but you can't throw in the towel.
Nah, you don't want to be washed. You don't be washed. Don't be washed like that.
Don't be washed, man. Never wash. You know, you gotta just keep that motivation. You know, stay positive and just keep that motivation. And I would say, like, a lot of people be crying about support. Oh, I'm from New York or I'm from Long Island. Nobody support me. A lot of people come at me because they're like, yo, Biz, I'm I'm from Long Island and you ain't supporting me, and it's like, can't say that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an outlet, you know what I mean? I built a platform, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could keep going on about who don't support me. I got the hottest record in New York City right now, and it ain't even getting played on, you know, besides Flex and, you know, a few people that, you know, show love, but still ain't nobody really taking it to where they could take it and go. But I can't sit here and cry and be like, oh, nobody's supporting my record. I gotta just support my record. That's what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's for anybody. Like, you know, of course, we all want everybody to support whatever we doing, but that's impossible, bro. Everybody got artists. Everybody got clothing lines. You know, they own merch. Everybody got podcasts. You know, everybody has a show. Everybody has stuff that they have to put together, and they have to figure out the right outlets and the right promotion and different things to get their shit out there. So all of the people that, you know, just sit there and DM people their music and just, you know, beg people to repost their shit and all of that. Bro.
Get out here and hustle. Hit the streets.
Build, network, you know what I mean? Like, you know, set up your own events, you know, just like I did.
Set up your own events.
Set up your own events, you know, and bring people out and, you know, and document it, film it, and then show people, look, I just did this event, I had 100 people come out. The next event I did had 300 people come out, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to put in that work, you know what I mean? And especially with social media, it got a lot of people thinking, oh, they could just post something and they'll be out. And that's...
I blame Soulja Boy. The success of that record, I mean, I don't blame him in a bad way.
I know what you're saying.
But, like...
I mean, it worked. Look.
It worked, it's like lighting in a bottle.
Yeah.
It could happen, but I look at it like a pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have... You know, you gotta slice social media and hitting that. But you gotta hit the streets and get the DJs.
You gotta hit the streets, man. Like,
you gotta get videos.
I would play it like 50-50. You definitely gotta go hard online, especially today.
Right.
You know what I mean? You definitely gotta be lit on the gram. And, you know, you don't have to necessarily pour lemon juice in your eyes or jump in front of a train. Nothing crazy like that, but you do have to do something. You do have to do something.
Like Lil Man last week.
Yeah.
In the bagel shop. Crazy.
Right. Like, he's lit. He put out a song or something right now. It's gonna go crazy.
He's got like a comedy deal or something like that. So apparently he's a comedian.
Right. Yeah.
So he's about to start doing the tour.
The internet is very powerful, man. Very powerful. Very powerful. It's a very powerful tool. You just gotta know how to use it, and you can't abuse it. You know what I mean? You gotta just know how to use it. You can't abuse it.
So just to recap a little bit, we went from working on shows and working with labels, making relationships with contacts, to eventually putting out your own mixtapes, Tape Masters Inc., getting moving, getting seen, getting heard, filming footage in the studio, getting your own thing, and then starting to blog yourself. And what I'm trying to do right here is just to show people that it's not an overnight like success. It's a grind. It's a progression. So when they see you today doing 6 figures on every post, it's not an accident. It didn't just happen overnight. It's a learning process. Not to mention just, you know, layering up and building. So we do all of that, and then the big moment. Meek Mill, Drake. At this point, you already had established and built a relationship with Drake. Am I right?
What happened with Drake was and it's so crazy too, cause I meant to tell Flex last time I saw him, but it's just so crazy, cause it's like Flex is like a big part of like my success, like for real, because by him saying what he said at Emporium in Long Island when he was playing Meek and Drake had they, you know, beef going on, or their rap beef going on. When Flex said, fuck this Canadian nigga, and I turned around and I looked, and I was looking to see if anybody else heard that.
Right.
Like, I was on stage, so like I'm looking, cause you know, it's different on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, yo, did they?
I heard it. Did they hear that?
Right. So I just went back, drinking my drink, and you know, see, I'm you know, I'm a media dude, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So I'm like, yo, I know just off of that audio, I could
do some shit with that.
I could break the internet, you know what I'm saying? Flex said this about Drake, da-da-da.
Because you got your camera team with you inside the building.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right. So I went to my guy and I'm like, yo, did you
get that?
Did you get that? And he was like, yeah, I got it. And he said, and I got your face in it. And I didn't really care about my face in it.
Until you saw it.
Until he sent it to me 5 in the morning, and I posted on Twitter, and I'm like, yo, it's 5 in the morning, I'm washed. I'm like, yo, when I watched this video 20 times, man, I'm like, yo, this shit's gonna go viral. I tweeted it out. Now, I wake up, and I jump on my phone, and now I'm about to send it to my homegirl that work at Bull Alert. You know, I'm about to like start moving it around, posting on the gram. It was already on
It was out of here already.
It was already.
You didn't even have to do nothing. It did the work.
Yeah, I literally just sat back and I'm like, you know, and at that time I was really just heavy on Twitter. I would post like one post on Instagram here and there. Pardon me. It's a part of the grind too, you know.
Yeah.
Like this shit. Don't think you want to sleep, man. If you know your dreams is that big, you ain't gonna sleep. You know, so yeah, I posted on Instagram. And it just blew up, man. That was literally the first time I went viral to the level where like every outlet picked it up. Only outlet that didn't post it was TMZ, and at that time, I didn't realize that would have been nothing for them to post it because it just went so crazy. All I would have had to do was send it to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't exclusive enough.
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit more of an exclusive type of outlet.
Yeah, so. And then Drake started following me, and I didn't even see, like, you know how you see sometimes when people, my page has so much traffic going to it.
Missed it.
I didn't see it. And then, my followers again, that's like my real team. They're like, yo, Drake is following you. So I went to his page, and I searched just to double check, like, yo, is he following me? So I said, all right. So I followed him back, and then I DM'd him, like, yo, I'm charged up. You know, that was the other joint he had at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he actually responded back to the DM, which again, I'm like, you know, I didn't know if it was...
Could be anybody.
Right, but I was like, all right, you know, whatever. And I'm lit in Toronto. I always did things in Toronto, so I happened to go to the All-Star game at that the same time. It was like the same year, like -9 degrees out there, though, freezing. So I'm out there, went to the OVO store, spent like $1,000 on just a bunch of different fits. Because with me, like when somebody show me love, I show it back. That's just how I give it up. You know what I mean? Like, anybody show me love, I show it back. Like, because I know niggas don't got to show you love.
Exactly.
I know how it is. You feel me? So, long story short, he had an event at the All-Star weekend, and I pulled up, and then when I saw him, my man, yo, what you doing? What's good? Yo, come to the game. Got some kicks. You know, Drake was he showed me more love than I'll probably say probably anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I go back to saying, like, you know, you could be doing great things in your hometown, in your own city.
But what if you never went there?
But what if and that's the other thing too, is like, you know, you can't wait, or I wouldn't advise anybody to wait to see what somebody else is gonna do for you. If you feel like, you know, you might be from New York and you might want to get a little baby or 2 Chainz or you know, whoever is popping in Atlanta, and you might feel like, oh, I'm gonna wait for them to come out here. Nah, go to them. And when I say go to them, I know people probably watch this like, oh, that's easy for you to say. Nah, find out where they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And this is
very in town.
This is very easy to do. Find out when
the tour schedule
if they're a rapper like a Lil Baby, they're performing every night. Probably double book. Go to one of their things. You know what I'm saying? Go to the back door. You know, wait for their people to pull up.
Get the VIP band, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, whatever you gotta do. Post it right. Hey, I'm so and so. I got a record. I want y'all to hear it. I'm trying to get Lil Baby on it, or whatever the situation is, and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Dropping jewels right here. Direct deposit. You getting it firsthand from the
I like
source.
That, direct deposit.
Yeah, because we get direct to the facts.
Yeah.
You know.
People done pulled up on me, bro. Like, like in the most random situations, like, yo, Biz, I've been trying to holler at you, yo, I need you to come to Dallas, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, and, you know, again, you know, with the right approach, and we talk numbers, and we figure it out, and put it together, and that's how you network, you know what I mean? It's not like a secret, it's not something
right.
it's not like a hidden door, bro, you just reach out. You know, everybody on every level got their prices, their numbers, or it might make certain things make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep heating up as Uncle Biz. I might get a rapper that got a record out that might want to collab with Uncle Biz on a record, because Uncle Biz record might be on the Billboard. But until then, it might not make sense for them to do it. And that's where people get in their feelings, because they might feel like, oh, I'm hot, I'm the man in my city.
Themselves.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even so, it's like, just because you want to do a song with somebody, or you want somebody to post your music or whatever, however you feel, that doesn't mean that they're gonna feel that same way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build with them. You know, I might want to get on, you know, Direct Deposit, or I might want to get, you know, do an event in DC store, Central Station over here. But if I approach him and it doesn't make sense for him,
you can't decide for somebody else what makes sense for them.
And that's what goes down. People get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, they come up with all types of reasons why. Oh, I'm hot. He just hating, or he just this. Yo, bro, you gotta make sense for both parties.
When your
it's
shit is
business.
hot.
This shit is business, man.
That's a fact.
This is business.
And when your shit is hot, though, you don't really gotta convince people
At all.
Because I know. So I got the you know, the phone call. Yo, Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Biz got a new record. Biz got, yo, Biz Marquis. No, Biscuit got a new record. Biscuit got a
Biz.
record. Yeah. Yo, you ain't heard this shit yet? Oh,
yeah.
This shit's kind of fire.
I'm telling y'all right now.
This shit's kind of fire.
Everywhere I go to the gas station. I'm pumping gas. If I see somebody, I'm like, yo, you heard my song? I'm playing, bro. That's what I do. I'm in the elevator. I was in the elevator in the building in the city somewhere, and I'm just vibing, and you know, I'm on my Uncle Biz shit. So I had an Averex leather on the other night.
Full blown. And
they like, yo, where you from? Like, what you got going on? You not hot? I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool, baby. You know what I mean? And then, you know, just talking and like, yo, I got a record out. It's popping. They're like, oh, let me hear it. Come and find out, it's somebody that does shows. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what but you know, you gotta just network and just you know, just saying, you know, having a conversation with people.
This whole internet age has really made people less, you know, less social and able to connect with people, because they just so used to this and like this, and they're not outside enough. So when they are outside, like, how to approach people, how to present with them.
I'm not even gonna lie. It messed me up too, because like before I lost my my Instagram page, you know, my other page that I had that got deleted, I kind of got, not say bougie, but I kind of got like, I don't know, I can't even think of the word, but I basically was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And damn near anybody that, you know, wanted to do business or reach out to me or whatever, like my shit was clicking, like to a level where it was like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And then when it got deleted, it kind of put me back in the place where I was like, oh shit, now I'm reaching out to people, they're not really responding like it was before. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day, it just reminds you, like, you gotta really stay humble, and you know, you gotta like keep going out and networking, because at that time, like I said, even I wasn't going to a lot of events. Like, I'm not, you know. So when I went back out, I'm looking at people and I'm like, I don't even know nobody that's in this room. I don't know nobody that's at this event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a bunch of new faces and
right.
And I've been on my own shit online, you know. So yeah, I would advise anybody, man. Like,
it's almost like starting over a little bit.
Depending on what you out here doing, because you might not necessarily even need to hit up every event or run around and do like face-to-face networking, because the internet is really different. There's people that really can just stay in their house or stay in their office and just make millions of dollars on the internet. But, you know, again, in the hip-hop community and in this world, to really get that genuine love, you know, just like last night I was in Starlets, and my man Suave, you know, he played the record.
DJ Suave, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just, and anytime I ever saw him, no matter who was around, I stopped, give him a dap. Yo,
right.
What's good, fam? You good? You know, show love, you know, and it goes a long way, you know, and that's something, like I said, it's very rare, because, you know, a lot of people be on their high horse, so they feel like they don't gotta acknowledge people. But bro, everybody out here working. You never know when the next man's gonna come up. You know, I was in the studio when I first met Lil TJ. He had 20,000 followers. I'm on my way. I'm doing an interview. I'm on my way though.
Direct deposit. I don't know what's going on right now.
My bad. Yeah, I'm staying in tune. But yeah, no. So he had a what am I saying? Lil TJ.
20,000 followers.
Right. When I first met Lil TJ, I kind of remember he had like 20,000 followers, and this wasn't that long ago. The kid blew up. He's like the hottest rapper, out right now. As far as like you want to. He's like one of the hottest out right now. He's lit, super lit. Lil TJ. Shout out to Lil TJ. When I first met him, I remember I think he had like 20,000 followers or 40,000 followers, something like that. The kid has like over 1 million now. And when I first met him, I didn't know him. I knew a few of his peoples, but bro, the kid was playing some songs. I think we was at I forgot the studio in the city, the name, but he started playing some songs, and honestly, I'm still on that era where it's like I like to listen to certain stuff. I don't, the auto-tune stuff I don't knock, but it might not be something that I want to hear all the time because I feel like it's a little too much at times. But he was playing me his music, and he showed me like a video or something, and the video he showed me I think was Brothers, and at that time he might have had maybe 30,000 views or something like that. And now that video I think has like 20 million views or something. Yeah, but again, when I met him for the first time, all I did was show the kid love. I'm like, yo, bro, you got something, and just keep doing it. And you go around, you got your good, I see your team. Everybody is focused. Everybody, and he was in the studio cooking, working. And I just told him straight up, bro, keep it up. And I'm older than these kids. I'm on my Uncle Biz shit, so it's like I always show love to the kids because I remember being a kid and I wanted to get in this game too. And I didn't have an Uncle Biz or somebody that really was like, yo, do this, do that, or I had to figure it out. And it might have took me longer, and I might have took more L's, and I might not be as far as I could be today if I would have knew what I knew back then, because I might have, started a little earlier with the internet, to really like solidify, you know what I mean? I got a late start in the blogs, and I don't even have, right now today, and if anybody's watching, I still don't even have my own app. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that we can create, and we can get subscribers, and we can do that, but it takes a lot of people to do.
I got a guy for you.
See what I'm saying? This is networking, y'all. Direct deposit.
Now we get right to it. So listen, it's been a great interview.
Definitely.
The record's killing right now. That's what's up.
Streaming on everything.
Every platform. I heard a sneak preview of some of the possible upcoming next records. Album on the way. Like what we talking about right now? What's next?
Bro, as long as y'all are liking it, loving it, supporting it, I'm gonna keep putting it out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like why I'm here. You know, because once I put the That's What's Up song out, Flex was the first DJ to play it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go in now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it going. You know what I mean? With me, like, I do things, and if it clicks, it clicks. If not, let me go back to the kitchen and chef up something else. I don't force things. It's not a forced thing for me. Everything's organic, and like that. So it worked, and they loving it. So I'm gonna keep feeding. If y'all keep eating, I'm gonna keep feeding the streets.
Well, I've been supporting the record.
I know, and I really, I didn't even get to tell you face to face, but playing it at Summer Jam, that was fire. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I said, I gotta repost this.
Nah, and I appreciated that. It definitely got me some new followers and all that. So
that's the thing people don't do, man.
One hand wash the other.
Nobody want to share the clout.
Both hands wash the face. That's how we do it.
Share the clout. Share the clout, y'all. Come on, man.
Yeah, and like I said, DC is the one that that put me on, and so I said, all right, I'm gonna get this in. So I had a couple of records. I had the same thing, Tailgate at Summer Jam before, and I'll play some other records I thought were dope, but yeah, I felt like I had to get that in. I said, yo, I need you to get this footage. They fucked it up the first time. I said, now we're gonna do it again, because this footage gotta be decent. So that was the second take, but we made sure we got it.
So much love, man.
But yo, I'm feeling the new record, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. You know, I'm definitely here to support what you're doing, whether it's playing the records, having them on the playlist. You know, we got them on the Serato Flames playlist.
Word.
And that's doing real well.
Say that.
And yeah, man, yo, Direct Deposit, man. We glad to chop up, get with the Wash Guard, aka Uncle Biz.
We gotta do it again, you know.
Yeah, but you know, right now I'm sure the wave is gonna be like tsunami
man.
for the rest of this year.
It's just all about putting on for New York, Strong Island, and hopefully energy. People don't drop the ball on this energy. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully everybody just do the right thing. Meaning, get behind it. Don't wait until I'm in Calabasas. And then it's gonna be like, yo, Biz is Hollywood. I'm here right now. Let's do it now. Because when it happens and then I'm somewhere where you can't reach me, you can't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here working this hard, like Jay-Z said. I'm not out here working this hard for no reason, man. I got a whole family to feed, man, and we gonna eat.
But what people hopefully can learn, at least those that know you, that know me here, like on the island specifically, like, me and Biz has always been super cool. I know you and DC got a long relationship. I got the record, it was fire, I showed the love. So when we doing a show like this, like, it just makes sense to rock with the people that clearly been rocking with you, and it ain't like, oh, I don't know them, they ain't been showing love.
That's one of the things that keep me successful. I support the people that support me. I always say support your support, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people get support and they don't support their support. It's like, it's not help me. It's like, you look out, I look out. You look out, I look out. We look out together, we put stuff together. That's how it's supposed to work. But unfortunately, it's different, man. I mean, I done helped so many people. I done put so many people on, and I can't even get a like or a comment from them. You know what I'm saying?
Repost, nothing.
Nothing.
I just did an event today with Dr. Umar Johnson.
Right, DC was telling me.
After he spoke, he took a picture and shook hands with every single person.
That's what I do.
Not some of the people, not all the people. He told me, he said, listen, I'm not going anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
I want to be right over there.
Come see me.
Come see me.
Yeah,
people bought the book, they bought a shirt. Some people didn't buy anything. They came with their phones. He had somebody there, he took a picture with every single person. And that's everybody get a picture, because last call, because when I sit down, that's going to be it, but everybody come down. And he did it. And
trust me, that's why he's so successful. I remember I was at an event with Smack, and he had a battle. I think we was in Atlanta for A3C, AC3 or whatever.
Right.
And pardon me.
He's washed.
Super washed. Y'all gotta understand something, man. This is no cap, man. I really be putting in work. I do not, you know what I mean? I just came from my man's wedding in Richmond Hills or whatever in Queens, and I made it my business. I had my wife drop me off in front of Central Station. I said, I gotta do this interview with my brother Shuttle, and we gonna, I'm really grinding, man. I'm really grinding.
I respect it and appreciate it, because I know I came from that event, had to just, get some new wares in, and come right over. But that's what it is, man. Love is love.
For real, man.
Direct Deposit.
Hey.
We here. Uncle Biz, DJ Shuttle, in the loop, Central Station, and we getting direct to the facts. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really too washed. We ain't too washed. He's fresh. I'm fresh.
Gotta be right for the night. You heard? Long Island, we here.
We in the
Long
spot.
Island, we in the building, man.
Yeah.